Hi, thank you for purchasing a Sparrow. Today I'm going to go through what comes in your Sparrow and how to turn it on and create hypochlorous acid for cleaning. So your box comes just like this. Inside the package you'll find your Sparrow. You'll also find a little funnel in case you want to help guide the water into the receptacle. A little 1/2 gram scoop. That's important for measuring your salt. A little pipette dropper. This is 1 ml, and this is what you'll use to add vinegar to your solution. We also have chlorine and pH test strips, so you can test just where your water's at once you create your hypochlorous. You also have a charging cable, and the most important thing, the instructions. Be sure to read these so your Sparrow works just as it's meant to work. All right, so when you get started with your Sparrow, you want to fill it to 400 mils of water. There is a full line here, so please fill it to this level with your water. Then you want to add your salt using your scooper. Now it's really important that you only use kosher or 100% pure salt or just straight iodized table salt. Don't use any of those fancy salts. It's going to complicate your Sparrow. So remember, just plain salt. So it's suggested you use between 1 and 3 scoops. Now we like to use 2 scoops, which we feel gives you just the better solution for cleaning and deodorizing. Now I also here have just plain white distilled vinegar. I'm going to use my pipette. I'm going to fill it up to the top. You don't have to be super accurate, but make sure it goes right up to the bulb. Add your vinegar, and then you're going to put the lid back on your Sparrow. I give it a little shake. Now, the next and most important thing about your charging is, so your Sparrow comes with a cord, but you will need to plug it into a charging block. Now, some of you probably have these little chargers and they're not all the same. You require a 5-volt 2-amp charger. And some of these actually, if they're generic or they're Samsung, they're not going to give you enough juice. The way you're going to tell that it's not good enough for your Sparrow is your Sparrow's just going to keep shutting off and it's not going to stay charging. So we use this larger charging block, or if you have a newer Apple phone, this will be a 5-volt. So I'm just going to plug this in. And right here on the side, it says right here, 5-volt 2-amp is what is required. I'm going to plug it in. Your Sparrow is now on. There's a low and a high setting. We prefer to use the high setting. This gives you 150 parts per million of free available chlorine in your hypochlorous acid. Of course, you can use the low setting. This only takes 3 minutes to electrolyze, but again, our preference is the 6-minute high cycle. You simply click high, and there you go. You can see the blue light and the bubbles. This is creating electrolyzed water, hypochlorous acid.